Woody Harrelson, ladies and gentlemen.
In all the notification scenes, it seemed like there was an interesting mix culturally and with the reactions. Was there thought in the writing process about what order that was going to go in, or was it shot kind of randomly and then put together later based on the reactions? Because I thought that was a really brilliant way how it started culturally and ended culturally, and then all the ones in between sort of had a really nice flow to it.
Yeah, we were very conscious of it, and the order that you see in the movie is the order that it was in the script. We never changed it because we shot it in a way that worked exactly like the script. We took some things out, but basically what you're seeing is what was written down plus some fantastic actors making up shit. And it's true. But you know, we were very aware of the demographics, and you know, this country, we have over 300 million people, only 2 million people in uniform, and they tend to be from particular places and particular backgrounds, and it was very important for us to reflect the demographics of the military and to mix it up and have just a sampling of you know, particular groups that take part in the Army.
So in the writing process, was, I mean, just curious, I mean, what was in the creative process in ordering culturally what was going into that? And I'm also interested, now that Woody's here, what was it like reacting to each different one, and how did that change with each notification?
I think there's something a little random about it. I mean, you know, a lot of the original germs of it, you know, came from Alessandro, but you know, we didn't want it to have order to it. We didn't want to have like a really violent notification followed by a, you know, a really quiet notification followed by a different, you know, there wasn't a rhythm in that sense. We really wanted to every time to be sort of surprising and different. And you know, in terms of just setting up Woody's answer is, you know, he can tell you about how we threw them into these notifications, knowing very little about what's going to happen.
Yeah, first of all, apologies for being late. I have a good excuse. I was sound asleep. Anyway, yeah, you know, it was fairly chaotic in the sense that it was really unpredictable, and you know, we really didn't know who's going to open the door, or will they let us in, where do we stand. I thought it was a really smart way to shoot it on Oren's part, because it really, I think, gave a sense of believability, and there was a real, you know, there was real spontaneity. You know, of course, we all had the same script, but you know, there was still quite a lot of you know, things that we didn't know how it would turn out. Maybe you'll get slapped, you know. I thought it was kind of cool that way. Okay, my answer petered out, but still I'm talking.
Acting, I have a question for Mr. Harrelson. I was wondering what was some of the preparations like for this character? A wonderful job done. I was wondering what some of the things you thought of and research done to get you to the point of shooting.
Well, I have to give a lot of credit to Oren on this, because I was really, you know, underprepared. I was doing another movie in Bucharest, and you know, kind of came and we went straight into. Well, actually, we had a week before we started shooting, but he did clever things, like he had me go to Bucharest with you know, the Army fatigues, and I would wear them around in Bucharest. People thought I was in the military or something. And you know, he had me read a book, or you know, Ben as well, but Things They Carry by Tim O'Brien, which was a pretty, you know, insightful just did various things like that to help me get mentally into the character, because, you know, by the time when I got there, I was feeling really underprepared, and so we met at a Penn Station, and then took a train up to D.C., and then went to Walter Reed and met with the soldiers, and we went to the place there where they have the national or I guess it's international, where the notification office when the names come in, and then they send out the units, and we talked with those people, and you know, there was a lot of ways like that to try to get into character. But one thing I used to do, which was kind of an odd thing, but I was running, you know, while I was in Bucharest, I'd go out and run around this park, and I'd be kind of running, plodding along in my own kind of harmless way, and then I'd start thinking in terms of how Tony Stone would run, you know what I mean? And I'd just pick up the pace and just become much more strong and confident. And I don't know, that's a tough question.
I think we became aware of it when we started screening it, because we did some, not test screenings, but we invited friends to see, you know, work in progress, basically screenings, and some people would come up to us and say, okay, did you have more notifications? Can you put more notifications? Did you shoot more? And I said, sorry, no, we didn't. We really wanted to give you, I mean, if you look at it, all 6 notifications happen in the first third of the movie, basically. And afterwards, you sort of lose sight of them for a while and just live with the consequences of those notifications. And then you come back to them with Steve Buscemi apologizing for what he did. But I don't think I wasn't aware of it when we were writing it, that, you know, that it had that effect.
Oh, well, I mean, I really liked Zombieland, you know, it's just a very funny movie, you know. 2012 really doesn't need much promotion for me. Looks like those guys are going to be okay, but this, but you know, this one is really special to me, and it's not a big budget P&A, so it's also the one that really has my heart. I love this movie, and so, you know, we're going around promoting it, and as Oren said, I guess we're depending on y'all to go out and tell people to see it. Now, Oren's probably going to ask you to go to a website and all that kinds of other. He's got a whole litany of things he's going to ask us. Just as far as I'm concerned, just telling your friends to watch it is enough.